Hi, my name is Betty Plevny, and I'd like to introduce you to Carol Caldwell-Ewart. Carol is an associate producer on the documentary film, I Married the War. She's going to share with us how the stories that the families tell in this film impact each one of us, and why this message is important to get out there into the world. So please take a listen, and I'll see you after. Thank you.
Besides being a wonderfully personal story for the people in the film, it is also an important human story because our lives are so short and it's hard for humans to maintain long-term memory of things that happen. And so we have to rediscover again and again after war that it has all of these impacts, that people come home from fighting and from combat having had horrific, horrible experiences. We ask people to kill and to die for us, and then they come home and we don't know how to be around them. We forget what an important lesson that is. Every generation that goes by where there isn't a war, it gets forgotten and buried, and we have to come back and relearn it again. Sometimes I think we're just so stupid, but it's also because it's such a hard lesson, and it's very hard. It takes an incredible person to learn that lesson without having gone through it. So here we are again with so many men and now women coming home from combat, having to struggle with re-entering life and being at home and not being a person whose job it is to kill people, but being a person trying to just be able to stop at traffic lights and, not jump at loud noises and not being hypervigilant every moment because the world is not such a threatening place here, supposedly. And so once you kind of open the door to that world, how can you shut that door again once you know what that's been like? And this film is so important to tell that story and let people know that. I think one of the things I wanted to talk about too is how important it is that I Married the War opens that door I was talking about for people to have an understanding and a glimpse of what these families have been struggling with generation after generation after generation. And isn't it time that we recognized that and supported that and treated it with the respect it deserves? Because it's not something that somebody is choosing. It's something that is the natural response to the kind of trauma that they've experienced physically and emotionally and mentally also. And so we have to recognize that, understand that, respect it, and try to do something about it to help people move through that, to study it, to identify what can happen, to invent things that make it better, that wake people up so they don't have nightmares, to give it the attention it deserves so people can have an easier experience returning from war, so that families are supported to love and care for each other and to deal with really frightening experiences together in a way that supports both the husband and the wife to just live better lives. And they deserve that, because look what they did for us as a country. How could we turn our backs on people and not support them?
Thanks to your support, our film, I Married the War, is in its final stages of production, and we're really excited to share it with the world. We've been able to keep our campaign open since we met our original goal. So if you know of anybody who would still like to contribute, let them know, or even if they'd just like to learn more about the film. Here comes that information, and I thank you so much.